No, the wiggle thing that I do is because of my input on my screen. I don't know what's causing this, and I remember it didn't used to do it like that as much. But like, essentially, if I swap input to the capture card to get the console, it'll kind of it won't want to go in there. I have to move the controller a bit so that I don't know, the game or the capture card or whatever understands that there's activity, and then the screen will actually change to that game. And I have to do it a long time because it'll do it for like a few seconds, and then if I stop moving, it'll remove again, and I'll go back to my other. No, not sleep mode. I mean, no, not really. It just straight up goes back to my other input, which is my PC. And I have no idea why it does that. It just does. It's really weird. I don't understand. Like, if I don't move the controller, then it'll just swap back to the other input. And like I said, I have to do it a long time because when I do it a little bit, it'll flicker to that. It'll sit on the game for like a few seconds, and then it'll revert again if I stop moving. So I have to move again. So essentially, the screen turns black. I move the controller. Eventually, the game shows up for like 5 seconds. I have to keep moving the controller. It goes black again. And I'm still moving the controller. And then it goes back to the game, and now we're good to go. I don't know why it does that. It's really weird. And it didn't used to do that before. Before, I used to just swap the input, and it would just stay there. Like a TV. It is, yes. And as you can see, it works great. So the only thing I can think of, it's either the driver, or it's the wire, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, that's a problem. I'm lucky enough that I never ran into this. You know, knocking on wood. But we have 2 switches at home, so like worst case, I could always borrow Van's one until I have enough money to get new ones. But it just never happened. Oh my god. Yeah, that one's gonna be tough to do. I'm still gonna do it, but it's gonna be really tough. We have 2 more times. I'm gonna try one last time. Damn it! Are you serious? Fine. The holy blue fire of Alfric protects us and leads us through darkness. The rumors, however, of heretics who worship a black flame of evil. So there's 2 flames, 2 churches? Damn. You do? Yeah, kind of. Because of the church. I don't want to spend money. Oh wait. I don't want to spend money on this.
Liana.
Liana, wait. I will perform the kindling in your stead. Her name is Ophelia, and she's a cleric. In her home of Flame's Grace, the great cathedral towers above all. Within its sheltering walls, she spends her days in service to the flame. She has been helping Liana, her dear friend and sister, prepare for the kindling, a holy pilgrimage carried out once every 20 years. But on the eve of Liana's departure, tragedy strikes, and Ophelia steels herself to set out on a pilgrimage, breaking the traditions of her faith in hopes of keeping her adopted family together. She will need brave allies on the path she has chosen. Radiant Historia? Dude, I want to play this game so bad. Like, I really, really do. The only problem is I'm scared of using emulators on Twitch for games I do not own. Like, if I own a game physical, then I don't mind as much using it, right? Because it's legal. You can actually do it. It really does. But it's from, I think it's from Atlas. Which essentially means it won't be ported. They did, I think it was like Perfect Chronology is the name. Yeah, so that's part of the reason why I'm scared, because Atlas is like pretty intense, right? So I'd be scared of streaming that game. The other thing is, like, I would have to either use an emulator or, and that's even crazier, somehow get a 3DS, get a copy of the game, and then pay somebody to mod the 3DS, because the 3DS does not allow you to plug it into something to use a capture device on. So I would have to mod it so that now it could, which is, risky. Not a lot of people do it. It's expensive, and it might break your console. And then if it's modded properly and it works, then I could stream it legally, normally, as if I was streaming a Switch game. That's the problem. It's not worth it. It's too much trouble, right? So, for example, if I were to get, like, I do have a PS2, but I don't want to pay for like a capture thingy. So if I do get into like the .hack infection game, right? Because it's in the list on the poll. Because I want to get into the .hack franchise eventually. So that's the first game that released. It's on PS2. So if I do get that as the next game we play, it's not a big deal because I can buy a PS2 copy. They're pretty cheap. And then I can just stream that game legally because I own the console, I own the game. The only thing it would be missing is get like pay for like a wire to have it go through my capture card, or just play it on an emulator. Right? Because if I buy the game physically, I have the game in the console, so then legally I can just play it on an emulator if I want to. Because I do own the game. So then it's fine. But I could do that. I could do that too with the 3DS, but it's just like I would have to buy a 3DS, then the console, and then I could try on an emulator. But I need to buy a 3DS, the game. That seems expensive for like a game I want to play. It seems a little bit too much. If it gets ported eventually, then yeah. But other than that, nah. And honestly, I don't think it's gonna get ported. I'd be very surprised. Which is a shame because apparently it's really incredibly good, but... Or I could play it on my own, But... I don't know. I'd rather stream games. I like to stream my experience and my thoughts as I'm going through, Like, it's not the same when I play games on my own. Who do we drop? Honestly, I think it's going to be Tressa. She doesn't have her improved weapons, right? No, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And thanks. Thanks, dude. And plus, we have a lot of gameplay to do in this game, so we're not anywhere near done. Honestly, I think Tressa. whilst I do enjoy the fact that I can just buy stuff off of people, it's not the end of the world if I don't have it. And also, she doesn't have her best weapons yet. I didn't buy them, so I don't feel too bad switching it out. Also, is there a way for me to not have Primrose in the party, or am I locked forever? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I couldn't swap her out when I picked my first character. Otherwise, I would have maybe picked a different choice. Like, can I swap her out eventually? Oh, maybe it's in a tavern I can do that. Interesting. I wish you would have told me that at the beginning. Or maybe you did and I didn't see it. Dude, okay, I have to say, I don't know why, but I really like the look of Ophelia. You know what she reminds me of somehow? A little bit? She reminds me of Celeste from Final Fantasy VI. By the way, Liana is the name I want to give. If I have a daughter with Van, that's the name we want to give our daughter, Liana. Not spelled like that, spelled with a Y, but that's the name. I really like it. Oh, you did?
大丈夫。私のことは心配しないで。20年前、父様も儀式をやり遂げたわ。娘の私が失敗するわけにはいかないもの。
リアナは本当にすごいですね。
え？
ヨーセフ大司教様の娘としてずっと周囲から期待されています。この前の信徒の皆さんへの講話も堂々としたものでしたし、今回の儀式だって一人で立派に果たそうとしています。
そんなことはないわ。みんなのおかげよ。講話だってその内容をオフィーリアが一緒に考えてくれたからできたことだし。
あなたの力に慣れているなら嬉しいです。ありがとう、リアナ。
さあ、オフィーリア、礼拝堂に行きましょう。
By the way, in the poll, I know that Atelier Ryza is listed, but it might be a game that I kind of bump up and play anyway, regardless of the fact that it's been voted for or not. Just because if the sequel comes out this year, like the rumors have, they've been saying that it's releasing sometime between now and the end of the year. That means I'm gonna have to really get into it and play it before the sequel. So I might like bump that up way faster, like ahead of many other games, just because I want to play it before the sequel. Just a heads up. I do not own it already, no. But it's fine because it's a game I was meaning to buy anyway. I wanted to buy the game regardless. In the beginning, the 13 gods created the land. They shaped the mountains, filled the seas, gave life to mighty trees and myriad beasts, and then they created men, who would become masters of the land. Yet one god, Galdera, was too greedy to part with his creations. And so the 12 deities of good were forced into a desperate struggle while the cruel Galdera, lord of the most infernal magics, with the cruel Galdera. In the end, the conflict was brought to a close by Aelfric, the Flamebringer, lord of all that is holy. Aelfric called astral fire down upon Galdera, sapped his strength, then sealed him away in the afterworld. The divine flame to chase the shadows. This is the secret flame that shines down on the land of Orstra, bringing warmth and guidance to its people. I'm liking this a lot. It is on sale, yeah. In fact, I'm probably gonna grab it. Do we know what the price is gonna be for Crystal Chronicles? Is it gonna be full price or is it gonna be like cheaper? I'm hoping like a little bit cheaper. Your Excellency, may the sacred flames ever light your path.
父様、何か用事？
いやいや、気にせんでくれ。そのままお勤めを進めなさい。
はい、わかりました。
Seb, can you check if there's a price for it already? It's because it is. I mean, you can play it solo, which I'm probably going to do on stream, but it is also a co-op game that I plan on playing with Van. It's weird because it's kind of lame the way they did it. They did it in such a way that you cannot have couch co-op, which is so dumb to me. Especially on a console like the Switch, which is literally made to be played with friends. However, they made it so that if you own 2 Switches, or if you want to play with somebody else that has a Switch, you only need 1 copy of the game. The person that joins your game gets to experience the entire game without having to pay for it. Crystal Chronicle. Which is, it's such a weird thing. Like, I'm super happy with the way they did the online multiplayer that I'm saying. Like, you just buy 1 title and then your friend just plays for free. That's kind of cool. But why not couch co-op? That's so weird to me. Because if you're willing to give essentially a free copy of the game to somebody else, why not have it be your significant other, in which, you know, it's so weird. Well, I mean, there's no way to do non-internet co-op. There's literally 0. Let's say you only own 1 Switch. You can't, there's no couch co-op, so you can't give a controller to your friend. Yeah. I mean, I'm in a lucky position that we own 2 Switches. A lot of people don't. So they won't be able to experience the game together. They'll have to buy another console, which is kind of crazy. Or just not play it. Like, I'm glad that, like, I do own 2 Switches, so that way we can just play the game together, but, it's weird. Yeah, agreed.
Shikashi, 2人とも大きくなったな。オフィーリア。君が私のところに来てから。
もうすぐ15年になります。
15年か。大きくなるわけだ。
孤児だった私を引き取って育ててくださった大司教様のおかげです。本当に感謝しています。
改まる必要はない。これも聖なる日のお導きだ。
オフィーリア、私も父様もあなたの家族よ。
That's good.
家族が一緒に過ごしてきただけなのに感謝するなんておかしいでしょ。
リアナ、そうね、そうでしたね。
父様だって教会では大司教様だけど家ではのんきなおじさんですもの。
のんきなおじさんとは手厳しいな。
お勤めが忙しいのはわかるけど家のことは全然やらないんだもの。少しは手伝ってほしいわ。
やれやれ、こいつはかなわん。
聖火教会の大司教様も娘の前では形なしですね。
まったくだ。さて、リアナ。原初の洞窟へ行く
Even on Amazon?
整ったのかな。
That's weird.
はい、もちろんです。
It's weird because usually, like, even if it's not the right price, they usually have like a placeholder price, especially for a game that's coming out in literally a month, less than a month. I think it's gonna be out on like the 27th or something.
洞窟の採用にある原初の炎。
$45 US? Okay, so it's not a full price title. It's not like an $80 title. Interesting. That's for the Switch version or for the PlayStation version?
その炎から授かりし種火を携え、各地の教会の聖火を巡る。それが20年に一度行われる式年放火の儀式だ。町から一歩外に出れば、そこには無法者や魔物が待ち受けている。各地の教会を巡る旅は危険を伴うものとなるだろう。だが、お前ならやり遂げられる。
はい、父様。私もその期待に応えたく思います。20年前に父様が式年放火の儀式をやり遂げたように。
What happens if she doesn't do the right?
父様、
大丈夫ですか、大司教様。
You do? Damn, dude, I kind of want it, but it's too expensive. So it'd be like $200, right? Or like 100? 120, I think. Yeah, 120. Right? Damn it. It's like the worst time for you to receive one. Like if you had received one, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, it would have been perfect. Because then I would have not have spent the money on other stuff and I would have had the money for this.